Okay, so in last session we have seen like I mean how to create a process. In process, what are the things available? These are all things we have seen yesterday. I mean in last session. Today we'll see how to create a small coding. I mean small set of coding on how to execute that. So these are all things we'll see today.
Sure.
Just opening our process. Yeah. So yesterday we have created a project. Instead of the project, I mean as soon as we create a project, just a minute, Dinesh. Rama Malapalke. Just a minute. Be in line for a minute, Dinesh.
Sure, no issue.
Hey Dinesh, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, no issue.
I'm back. Yeah. So in last session we have discussed about the how to create. I mean, the way how to create a process, and instead of the process, by defaultly what we will get. By defaultly we will get these dependencies, and also we will get this main page. Within our process, you will be have a so many pages. Okay. I mean, you can able to create so many pages. As of now, we are having only one page. Remember, just will show you how to create a some different pages in this process. So you can see here, top side area, this whole area we can call as debug area, right? So in this debug area will be helpful to create a new process. Here you can see the new, right? So if you click on this, you can see there are three options are there. I mean, global handler you can able to remove. So these three options are very important. So what type of page do you want to create? I mean, again, instead of the page, there will be some three different of sub pages will be there. One is sequence page, other one is flowchart, and other one is state machine. Currently, you can see this main page is a sequence page. You can see this is a sequence. This whole activities, whatever the activities you are keeping, those all activities will come under inside of that sequence activity. Okay. So likewise, what type of page do you want to create? Let's say I just want to create a flow chart now. You just click on that. It is asking one name to assign to this particular flow chart. Okay. So I'll give like flow chart test. If I just click on create, I mean, you can see inside of your project location only, it is going to create this page. C folder, user admin, documents, UiPath, 10 a.m. IST training Dinesh. So this is a folder we have created, right? This is a process name. So instead of this process, we are creating this page. You can see if you just click on create, flowchart test got created. You can see flowchart looks like this. You can see, and also under projects category, instead of main page, you are having flowchart test as well. So you can able to build your code here as well. You know how to build your code. I mean, you have to go to activities. So you have to take whatever the activities you wanted and you want to drop it in the canvas area. By that, one link will connect. So whenever you start this page to execute, this will start from start stage and this stage will get execute. Then whatever the sequence you are just assigning, these all sequence will get executed. So I'll come to know the differences between these three things. Okay. I mean, these three type of pages. Remember, technically, these three things we can't call as pages. These three are a flow types. So three type of flow types will be there. One is sequence flow type, flowchart flow type, state machine flow type. So these three type of flow types will be there we have. Okay. So remember, you can able to create anything, you can able to use anything based on your requirement. There will be small difference will be there, okay, in between these three. We'll come to know about the difference in some time. So you know like how to create a state machine as well. The same way you just go here and you just can click on the state machine, you just assign one name to that state machine test. So you're just storing in this particular folder. If you create on that, automatically one page will get created. Instead of that, that flow type will come. So you just go and check it in the project section. You will be have a state machine test as well. You are clear with this, how to create a page and how to add how to add a flow types. I mean, what all the flow types will be have. Am I right?
Yes, sir, I'm clear. Yes.
Great, great. So now I'm just coming to the main page here. Within this sequence, we will create one small tasks. Okay. Based on that, you will come to know what is the differences between the sequence and what is the difference between flowchart and state machine as well. So currently I'm with the main page. In main page, I'm having sequence flow type. So I just want to execute one code. Okay. What is that code means in the activity panel? I just want to use message box. So remember, message box will be helpful to display your messages. Displaying your message in the sense, whatever the text you are passing inside of this message, the text will come as a pop-up here. You already know, like, I mean, how to pass that, will come to know that later. So you already know that, if you click on this particular activity, message box activity, at right hand side you can see all the properties of this particular section, this particular activity. You can see this is expecting some inputs, this is expecting some outputs. As I mentioned already, every activity will expect some inputs and outputs. Those inputs and outputs we can call as properties. What are these inputs and what are these outputs? You just forgot about this message box. I just will tell one of the activity. Okay, what is that activity in the sense? There is an activity called open workbook, open Excel workbook. That is called the activity. If I just drag and drop that open Excel workbook activity to here, you have to provide some information to work that activity to work successfully. Which means what Excel sheet do you want to open and what is the location of that. Whenever you provide these inputs to that particular activity, then only that activity will perform action on top of that particular Excel sheet, right? So if you won't provide any inputs to that, it cannot think like what Excel sheet do I need to open, where is the location of that. So much of confusion will be there. So which means what I can tell is this is just like an empty box. Inside of this box, you already know like this box what work it will perform. This box, by using this box, what work you can able to perform, you already know that. So you should provide some properties into that, which means you should provide some entities into that particular box. Then only you will get some different sound. I'm just telling like one example. Okay, so the properties will play the main role here. What exact work I want to perform, that you can able to perform, you can able to provide it in your property section. We'll see this message box properties first of all. Again, instead of this, there are so many inputs and so many outputs will be there. So out of these, few are optional and few are mandatory. Okay, not all are not all are mandatory. So mostly based on with your experience, you will get to know like what action is mandatory and what action is optional and all. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
we'll see that with this message box, you can see there is a text, right? So this is very important. You just want to provide a text into this. Let's see. Hi, I am UI Patra Bhat. This is a text I want to display in a pop-up. You can see as soon as I provide text here, the same thing is reflecting here. Of course, if you pass the value here, that obviously will reflect here. So what I can tell is you can see after I provided some property as well, here it is showing some warning message. This apostrophe symbol is there, right? So what is this apostrophe symbol? In the sense there is some error is there, whatever the value you have provided, that error it will provide. This will indicate the error of that particular thing. So you just can move your mouse along, you can able to see what is that exact error. There is a compiler error, encounter processing exception. Hi, I am UiPath robot. End of expression expected. Mostly this exception you may not able to understand. You may able to understand with experience only. Basically, what it is expecting means you can able to see after that expression. It is in double quotes. Okay. Hi, I am UiPath robot. The text is in double quotes. That is expecting double quotes. Which means what I can tell is whatever the value you will provide in this message box, that should be in double quotes. That should not be in without double quotes. Okay, I'm just passing this as double quotes. With starting and with ending as well. You can see automatically that the apostrophe symbols are went. Now this is perfectly all right. Let's save this code. Okay. To save this code, you can able to click on this save button in debugging area. Just click on that. By that, this code will get saved. You just can run this. By clicking on this debug control current file. If you click on this, automatically the execution will start. The execution is started. This is what the expected output what we have. Hi, I am UI Bhatrabhat. If you click on this, automatically the control will get over. This is how we can able to use our message box. This is what the functionality this will provide. Am I clear on this, Dinesh, or any confusion?
Yes, sir. I don't have any confusion. So one thing I need the clarification. So you have updated the both quotations in the message box text box, like so we can use that both text in the properties as well, right? So instead of entering here.
Yeah, you can
See
able to
here,
provide
that
here.
is
As soon as I passed here, you can able to see that is reflecting here as well, in starting
okay.
and also in ending as well.
So we can enter any of the two boxes.
Any place. I mean, you can able to enter here or you can able to enter here too. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
Dinesh, I just got some urgent work to go out. I mean, we can stop the session with this, and from tomorrow we can
sure,
able to
no
connect
issues.
at 10 a.m. IST as usual time. Okay.
Okay, okay, no.
Okay. Oh, sure. Thank you, man. Bye.